Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to day 78 of commercial diving school. I have a lot to cover for you guys because we did so much today. First, we went in the hyperbaric chamber and did our Heliox dive, and I'm going to explain more about that. We also did our 400-meter swim, and we also did our bell dive, and we also had ice cream and pizza for veterans. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and leave any comments or questions for me down below. So today is the middle of the week of the last week we are at the CDA campus before we go to the campus in Ocala called the Deepwater Training Center. And so we're finishing up the last things we need to do before we go down there. So the first thing we did this morning was our Heliox dive. So I think during the first week of school, we actually went in the hyperbaric chamber. This time, when we went in the hyperbaric chamber, we did a Heliox mix, which is helium and oxygen mixture, and which I didn't know until I went to school that you can actually breathe off of helium, because I've actually, used a balloon, sucked the helium out and, talked with a funny voice before, but I always felt like it didn't, it kind of agitated my throat and my lungs and stuff like that, but the mixture we're using is part oxygen and part helium. It's actually 80% helium and 20% oxygen. So no nitrogen, nothing like that, just pure helium and oxygen, just those two gases. And basically how it worked was we went into the chamber like normal, and then we got pressed down to 40 feet. So they just used regular air to get us down to the pressure you would experience at 40-foot depth. And then we were asked to put on the bibs. The bibs is basically like a mask. It looks like a gas mask, but it has two hoses that run off of it. And those two hoses supply you with helium and oxygen. And once we got down to 40 feet, we put on the mask, and then we started breathing that Heliox mix. And then they pressed us down another 20 feet, down to 60 feet. And the whole time you're clearing your ears, making sure you can equalize on the way down. And on the way down to 60 feet, all that pressure makes it so that it's pretty hot in there. So it gets pretty warm and kind of uncomfortable. And once you get to that 60-foot depth, though, it's not too bad. And then they start to bring you back up after a couple minutes at 60 feet. They'll bring you back up to 40 feet. So let a bit of pressure out. And then once you get at 40 feet, you can take off the mask and just breathe the normal air. So while you're on helium, you do talk with a very funny voice, just like you would, sucking helium out of a balloon. Kind of talk like a Donald Duck voice. They asked me to sing like "Oh McDonald" today, so it's kind of funny to hear that. But anyways, after our 40-foot stop, breathing normally on normal pressurized air, we got brought back up to 0 foot, so surface. And when you're getting put back up from 40 feet to 0 feet, it actually gets really cold, and it gets kind of like, I would say steamy, but like water vapor, and you kind of come out a little wet, and people look like they were sweating profusely like while they're in there. And I would say it wasn't the hot or the heat making you sweat, it's actually the coolness and the vapor that collects on your shirt and everything that makes you look like you're sweating. But it's kind of cool. It was a lot of fun. Definitely talking on that voice and everything. If you didn't know, helium is a much smaller molecule, so it makes it so that nitrogen is out of the equation when you're breathing at a really deep depth, so that you're not saturating your tissues with nitrogen. You're replacing that with helium. Helium doesn't saturate your tissues like nitrogen, so you don't have to off gas. All this technical diving, jargon and everything, but basically it was pretty fun. After that, everybody changed out into their wetsuit and got their fins, and they met on one of the dive stations. This dive station is about, I would say, a good 100 to 200 feet away from the railroad tracks that go over the water. And basically we had to swim from the dive station to the railroad tracks and back twice. So there and back, there and back. That's just one of the requirements you have to do, and there wasn't really a time on it. They kind of want you to do it in under 5 minutes, but they said go ahead. But I don't know, I don't know what happened. We just went after it. Like everybody just wanted to go fast and race and everything, and everybody got it done in under 5 minutes. So that was pretty fun too. Then we went to lunch, and then after lunch, we set up the dive station for diving in the diving bell. So the diving bell, I thought that it was like a crane kind of thing that starts kind of like this, and it has an arm, and the bell is attached to it. And I thought it, like, you got into the bell here, and then it brought you over the water, and then it let you down. That's not true. It actually, to set it up, you actually crane it over the water, and then it just raises and lowers like that. So every time divers get into the bell, and there's actually kind of like a little bridge that you like set up. It's like grating that you put between the bell that's kind of dangling over the water and the diving platform. You like put this bridge between the two, and then the divers can walk into the bell, and then the divers get lowered down into the water. They do their dive and everything, and then you come up, and then you send the next two divers in, and then they go down and up. So it basically stays hovering over the water and just goes down and up and takes new divers each time. Basically what everybody was doing was, when they traveled down and they reached bottom, you have two divers in the bell. One diver goes out and does whatever they need to do. The other diver is there to tend the other diver's umbilical. So the other diver, their umbilical is hung up on the tree or whatever inside the bell, and the other diver is making sure that it doesn't get tangled, making sure he takes out slack and everything, so that the diver who is doing their little mission has plenty of umbilical and it's not getting fouled up. And then once that diver comes back, now he's the tender, and the other diver goes out and explores or does whatever he has to do. So then after that's done, we bring both divers up, and then we send the next two divers in. So we did about half of the class today. Not everybody got to do the bell just yet, including me. I have to go do it tomorrow, so that's going to be really fun. I'm going to try to take some video. I took a little bit of video today of just like the bell going down and then back up, so I'm going to try to get more video, maybe a GoPro on my hat if I can, but I'll try. And then after that, after we cleaned up dive station and everything, we went to the cafeteria, and they did like a pizza / ice cream social for veterans, because today's Veterans Day. So they did kind of like a trivia game, and then whoever won got like a little prize. I don't really know what the prize was, because I didn't win, but it was kind of nice that they were thanking us for our service and everything like that. But anyways, that was a pretty eventful day. Lots of stuff happened. I thought we were going to do more stuff tomorrow, but apparently it's going to kind of storm a little bit tomorrow. So we kind of wanted to shove everything in one day today, but I know we're going to finish up the people that didn't get to dive in the diving bell tomorrow, including me. We still, I think, have to do an orientation on Ocala and learn everything about that. And I think we have to do one more drug test. I don't know why they do that, maybe to make sure you're not on any drugs before you go down to Ocala. I'm not sure, but I have heard through the grapevine that there is going to be another drug test. So we have to do that, make sure all of our dive logs and competency books are up to date, and finish up and do whatever. And then I think everybody is taking their stuff out of the barracks like Friday. So I'm probably going to take all my stuff out of the dive locker, like all my gear and stuff out Friday, and then wash my stuff and get it ready to transport to Ocala. So that was today. That's all I got for you guys. Leave a like if this video if you enjoyed. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave any comments or questions for me that you have down in the comment section down below. I hope you guys have a great one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.